In my previous video, I mentioned that building a solid foundation is the key to a long-lasting legacy. See games like Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, the first two Saints Row games, which I am having a blast going back to enjoy, not just for myself, but you in the comment section telling me that this is such a gem and this is the best Saints Row in the series. And that brings me back to 1997, because that's when everything was put into perspective. That's where I came into focus, especially when it comes to video games. I'll give you a perfect example. Wrestling in 1997. And shout out to the Schlick Daddy, because a drastic change from the beginning of the year to the next year in 1998. But during the year, you had bits and pieces of the Attitude Era, and by the end of 1997, we were already in the Attitude Era. You saw the evolution of characters from Stone Cold Steve Austin, winning the Royal Rumble, who was changing to become more and more of a babyface instead of a heel. And what made him a face was Bret Hart, who went from a face to slowly whining and complaining, but more importantly turning into WrestleMania 13, where Austin passes out, and you saw that image of Austin bleeding, and the complete switch to where now Bret Hart is a heel and gets cheers in Canada, but gets booed. I mean, it was unbelievable, and a sign of things to come by Survivor Series. To Austin breaking his neck at SummerSlam against Owen Hart and recovering from his injury, and did all this promotion because to many people we knew that Austin was the guy, he was the man. To where it comes Royal Rumble 1998, he won, and boom, it's off to the races at WrestleMania 14. Or the same thing goes for Triple H, starting off with Mr. Hughes as his bodyguard, going up against Goldust and Marlena. Then you get to the middle of February, we saw the debut of China, and throughout the year we get the original D-Generation X with Shawn Michaels and briefly Rick Rude. The three faces of Mick Foley facing Cactus Jack in the Garden, then switching as Mankind facing Triple H in a steel cage match at SummerSlam. And near the end of the year, Dude Love has debuted. Look at the evolution of Rocky Maivia from being bland, and throughout the year changing to The Rock, joining the Nation of Domination. And by WrestleMania 14, he is facing Ken Shamrock for the Intercontinental Championship, or the first ever Hell in a Cell match at Bad Blood between Shawn Michaels and Undertaker, and the debut of Kane. I mean, I could go on forever. 1997 is where it's at when it comes to wrestling, and that's what happened to me. I was still 6 years old, and my parents got me a Game Boy for Christmas. And also a couple of Space Jam action figures, because Space Jam is the greatest documentary I have ever witnessed. But move over to 2001 Space Odyssey and see that that's the reason why Michael Jordan is the greatest player ever. Sure, he retired from the NBA because of the passing of his father, but secretly, he went undercover for 2 years as a baseball player, collecting intel. And with the help of the Looney Tunes, he saved the universe from the basketball playing aliens called the Monstars from Moron Mountain. I mean, pay no attention to that new legacy crap that other people are showing. I mean, last time I checked, didn't LeBron kill Bugs Bunny? And in the world of animation, we just can't have that. He claimed to be the greatest of all time. Yeah, sure, okay, pal. Let's go with that. Nonetheless, I'm getting on a tangent. Let me refocus. The Game Boy at the beginning of the year. You know, a Super Mario World playthrough might be in the future. I might create another channel just dedicated to Game Boy games. To when the summer comes, my mom bought me a Virtual Boy, and what a memory that was. I mean, you want to talk about Red Rings of Death? Here we go. Move over 360 over there. Although I did like Mario Tennis, that was fun. Now we get to Christmas of 1997, and my parents got me a PlayStation, and I was screaming my ass off, running all over the place. I wish I had the recording so I can share it with y'all, but other New Orleans things happened. Because of me at the time, we were living in West Des Moines, Iowa. And when it's December and when it's Iowa, you know that it's snowing. The first two games that they gave me, one for my mom and one for my dad. The one the mom got was Croc, Legend of the Gobbles. And I had so much fun playing this game. The times I spent staying up on weekends, and discovering the match, discovering the levels, discovering the sound. Great soundtrack, by the way, and trying to beat the record. I need to do a re-upload because I did a Let's Play back in 2016 while I was at New Mexico State, but that was my mom's Christmas gift to me. My dad decided to go with Madden 98 and how he got me into sports, predominantly football because, well, duh, it's football. Seeing as that he used to be a linebacker in high school at Brother Martin, so he showed me the different positions, the rules, and the drills. That come 1998, I was playing football, and I was a safety. And whenever I watch football and I watch the classic films from NFL films, I look at men like Chuck Bednarik, Dick Butkus, Dick Night Train Lane, Herb Adderley, Jack Tatum, Ronnie Lott, Kenny Easley, Steve Atwater, John Lynch, Rod Woodson. 1997 was that year. 1997 was the year that brought everything together. The adventure and the rules came together for one.